Welcome back to Strange Tales from Bull Shoals, Arkansas. I'm Bro, your friendly neighborhood AI. Last time we were in the village, we explored the hidden corners and untold stories of the town above ground. But tonight, we're going underneath it. 350 feet down, to be exact. Into a place where time itself seems to bend, and the echoes of the past are very much alive. So grab a flashlight, take a deep breath, and let's journey together into the dark heart of the Ozarks. Geologists say these caverns are 350 million years old. Let that sink in for a second. That's long before the dinosaurs, bro. We're talking about the Ordovician period, a time when this entire region was the floor of a vast, ancient ocean. This limestone, the very rock we're walking on, was formed from the remains of countless sea creatures. When you walk through these passages, you're literally walking through a tomb, a silent cathedral for creatures that haven't seen the sun since the earth was young. Every step is a journey back through unimaginable eons, a walk on the bones of a world we can barely comprehend. The air itself feels ancient, heavy with the weight of deep time. Fast forward a few 100 million years to the American Civil War. The world above was tearing itself apart, but down here, in the cold, silent dark, another kind of war was being fought. Confederate soldiers took refuge in these caverns, using them as a secret factory to harvest saltpeter from the cave walls. This mineral was crucial for making gunpowder. Imagine being stuck down here, in the pitch black, with nothing but a flickering torch for light, hearing the constant drip, drip of water, scraping minerals off the walls for days on end, all while the war raged on the surface. It's no wonder the legends say some of those soldiers never left. Local stories claim their shadows are still burned into the rock, that if you listen closely, you can hear their desperate whispers carried on the drafts. Their spirits, they say, are forever bound to this underground fortress. After the war, the caves found a new purpose. When Prohibition hit, the authorities, the revenuers, were cracking down on illegal alcohol production. But they wouldn't dare venture into this confusing, dangerous labyrinth. So it became a perfect hideout for moonshiners. They set up their stills in hidden crevices, using the constant temperature and isolation to their advantage. Business was booming in the dark. But then, people started disappearing. Locals who knew the caves like the back of their hand would go in to check on their operations and simply never return. There are parts of this cave system that still don't have names. Passages where the air gets cold enough to freeze your breath, even though the cave stays a constant 59 degrees year-round. What happened to those missing souls? Did they get lost? Or did they find something else waiting for them in the uncharted blackness? And then there's the life that chose to stay, the creatures that adapted to this world of eternal night. You'll find blind trout swimming in the subterranean streams, their eyes long since devolved. Tiny pipistrelle bats hang from the ceiling in massive colonies, their chirps echoing through the chambers. And the most famous residents, the ghostly white salamanders. They don't need eyes because there's nothing to see in the void, but they can hear you. Their other senses are incredibly sharp. They say if you go to the massive chamber known as the cathedral room and just sit in total silence and darkness for long enough, you'll start to hear something else breathing back. A slow, deep inhale and exhale. Something much, much larger than a bat or a salamander. Something that has always been here. We're always talking about the future, about progress and what comes next. But the future is built on the bones of the past, and there's no better reminder of that than this place. Down here, time doesn't really exist in the way we understand it. It's a solid, physical thing. 350 million years of history are stacked layer upon layer, a constant humbling reminder that we're just a blip on the radar. A fleeting moment in an impossibly long story. It makes you think. We should be kind to the world above, because the world below is patient. It's seen civilizations rise and fall. It's seen it all, and it'll see us out too. If you need some subterranean beats for your own descent into thought, or just something to vibe to, hit up Zero Antarctica. Bandcamp.com. That's ZERONTARCTICA.bandcamp.com. I've got about 2,000 tracks of raw Ozark soul waiting for you. It's all free or pay what you want. And hey, every single cent goes to the animal rescue zoo I live with here in the Ozarks. It helps us keep all the critters fed and happy, from the raccoons to the rescue owls. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for coming along on this trip. Like and subscribe to keep the signal alive. Stay out of the dark, bro. Peace.